Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. We are coming today live, and you guys already know that we're going to be talking about why is mindset crucial for success. And I'm just looking. Let's see. We finna invite our guest in. Hey, you guys. Hello. I just sent a request so we can invite our guest out. Hi.
Hi.
So, you guys, this is Danielle. Danielle, I want you to introduce yourself to my followers, and then after that, I'll just come right behind you and introduce myself to yours.
Okay. So I am Danielle Bertrand. I am a business coach and strategist for female entrepreneurs. I am also an author and a speaker. The name of my book is called Girl, It's Go Time. And so that's about empowering women to get off the sideline and go after everything with their name on it, whether that's business, your career, your relationships, traveling, whatever those things are that you've been sitting on the sideline in. That's what Girl, It's Go Time is about, empowering you to do your thing like it's time.
Okay. Well, I am Life Coach Carter. I am a life purpose coach. I help women find their purpose. I help women get paid off their purpose. I help them find their identity in Christ. I help them overcome imposter syndrome. We help overcome any limits and beliefs that's limiting you to find who your true self is. And we do this pretty much. What we're talking about today is having that proper mindset. So that's what I help women do. I'm also an author as well. When you guys go over to my page, you can click the link in my bio and go to shop, and you can see all the things that I have that's available for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I help women find themselves. I've been there before. That was a long journey for me. It was very hard for me to find who I am and what I wanted to do with who I am, which is my purpose. And
Mhm.
because I've overcame all those things and I was able to find it for myself, that's what I do. I help women today do the same thing. So,
Awesome.
are you ready to get into this topic?
Oh
I was
yeah.
actually excited about this topic today.
Oh, I'm ready. Look, I went and got my life together because I usually don't look like this on live. So I went and got my life together because I got another live and I was like in a mastermind and teach too. So I was like, we going in on this Monday.
Okay, go ahead. You can go ahead and start off with how your approach to mindset and why it's
hmm
crucial for success, and how you pretty much teach your clients to go about dealing with mindset.
So mindset is like foundational no matter what you do, but especially in
Yes.
business. So I focus mostly with female entrepreneurs. And the reason I even got into that industry is because I taught entrepreneurship for 8 years in a high school setting. So I worked with students that were some were interested in starting in business on it was just on their
That's
schedule.
awesome.
And so because I did that for 8 years, I started realizing that people were starting, women especially, were starting businesses, and 3 months later they were closing them down. And I was like, well,
Mm.
what's going on? And I realized the mindset from employee to employer
Woo!
had not taken place yet. And because that mindset had not taken place yet, they didn't have the foundations to be able to push through the, okay, well, I didn't get a sale this week, or I didn't get a client, and oh, my family, they bought one thing but they're not supporting, because they probably wasn't your target market in the beginning, but that's just who you started with because that's who you knew.
Yes.
And so the mindset shift of that is the thing that keeps you going. Your mindset is literally the thing that keeps you consistent, even in days when you want to give up, days where you're like, oh man, I don't feel like doing this, all those things. Your mindset, if it's in the right place, is the thing that will keep you steady. And a lot of people are out here and they're real rocky. They back
Mm-hmm.
and forth. They don't really have a they're not stable. And a lot of people are not stable in business because they're not stable in their personal life. And
Mm.
then they want to get into business and think, oh, well, these customer relationships gonna be great. Not if your other relationships raggedy, they not gonna be great. Because you don't know how to deal with people. Like, you don't know how to
Right.
do conflict resolution. Like, all of those things are so important, especially if you own a business or desire to. You
Yeah.
need to make sure that you're good on your end before you bring all these other people if they're paying you, they have certain standards and you need to meet those standards. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not just like you dealing with your childhood best friend and y'all get into it and all. No, 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 no. These people paying you, and if you pricing
Yes.
right, they paying you big money. And so
Yes.
you need to show up. And if your mindset is not where it needs to be, you're gonna find yourself not showing up in the way
Yep.
you need to. And then your business that was doing well or had the potential to do well will never make it there because you didn't have your mindset together and you were just out here. You said, oh well, I can do that, but you had no foundation. So
Mm.
foundation is everything for mindset.
Yes. That you pretty much did my part. You was right there with me. So for me, my
Mm-hmm.
signature program, Purpose Discovery, that's the very first chapter.
Mm-hmm.
It's I focus on having a purpose and mindset. You cannot I cannot teach you anything else or anything until you have the mindset that you need to be able to accomplish any of your goals. And
Exactly.
today it was so funny because when I first got on Instagram, the first thing that popped up, I don't know who posted, but the post said that your mindset will be the biggest asset you ever have. And I ain't never thought about it compared to like an asset
Uh-huh.
versus liability.
Exactly.
And I'm like, it is literally that important. And a lot of people, like even for me, because I'm going to share my story of how I got to having a mindset where I have it today. A lot of people get to the point, and we're going to a new year, so we're going to be seeing a lot of new year, new me, and that's not going to last past February. And that's the reason why is because they don't have the mindset to have that determination to accomplish their
Exactly.
goals.
Mm-hmm.
So even for me, when I finally, which was hard, when I finally got to the point where I know my natural gifts, I know what it is I want to do, and like I know how I want to make an impact, yet I was not consistent.
Uh-huh.
Like you said, people want a business and they think it's going to be a certain way, but it's a whole different ball court. And I did not have the consistency to run a successful business. And I was failing because I did not have that mindset, you know? So
Yeah.
I got to the point, because I thought something was wrong with me. I'm like, man, I know what I want to do. I'm passionate about it. But the reason why it wasn't connecting for me, which is what I teach my clients, and when it comes to mindset, is that I didn't have a why. Like it wasn't rooted. I didn't have anything pulling me. A lot of people have motivation, which is
Mm-hmm.
outwardly. Trying to be successful, however you define success, is usually lonely. You have to be able to do things when you don't even feel like doing it. And you do that by having the proper mindset. So even when you think about, to give an example, when you go to work, your 9 to 5 or however your schedule is, when you go to
Mm-hmm.
work, days when you don't feel like going to work, you still go because you have to. You have mouths to feed, bills to pay because
Yeah.
you have to. And having the proper mindset puts you in that state. It puts you in the determination where you have to. I have to do this. Even if I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like doing it, I have to. Because this is what I have to do to accomplish my goals. You get to the point where when you have the proper mindset and you indulge your why into that,
Mm-hmm.
now it's a mission. It's no longer a goal. This is a mission, and
Yeah.
I have to accomplish this. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
just speaking about my situation, like I said, I figured I wanted to be a life coach. This is what I wanted to do. I know what I wanted to. I know that this is the way I wanted to make an impact. But yet
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't consistent. Yet I wasn't successful. I wasn't booking clients. I wasn't doing X, Y, and Z because I wasn't putting myself out there like I needed to be in a consistent manner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what's wrong with me? You know, I was really tormenting myself.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? And I was just thinking about it. It was studying on my mind. And then I had like left my living room and I was in the bathroom, and it really just hit me. And I asked myself a simple question. I said, what about life coaching is important to me? And
Mm-hmm.
I just started thinking about my journey, why I'm even doing this in the first place, and how I was trying to find myself, and how I was lost, and how I was dealing with
Exactly.
depression with not knowing who I am and what I wanted to do with life.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt clueless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I got to the point where I'm able to know who I am, know what I want to do, and I can help other women go through that process. This is my why. It's
Yeah.
no longer just about me. Like it's a mission for me now. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is why mindset is so important. You can know what you want to do. You can have the desire and stuff, but yet you're not consistent. Yet you're not successful. And like you were saying, at the same time, they think that their family's supposed to support or whatever, even though it's not even their target audience. That was awesome what you said. And the family not supporting whatever, they just give up. because they're doing it for the wrong
Yeah.
reasons. You have
Yeah.
to have that be connected to your why. It has to be a purpose for you. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that's how I was pretty much dealing with mindset with my clients,
Hmm.
because it's just like you said, it's your foundation.
Yeah.
It is your foundation. You said it. It was your foundation.
And mindset shift, like because your mindset is one way today doesn't mean that it can't grow. Some people like, oh well, that's just me. That's your mindset. That is a set of ideas that you have captured. That doesn't mean it can't change. So
Mm.
don't feel like, oh well, this just me, this is who I've been. And what you gonna do about it? Obviously it's not getting you where you want to be. So what
Yes.
are you going to do about it? Because if you're not making the proper steps, that's always going to be your mindset, and you always going to be right where you are today. And if this is not where you want to be for the rest of your life, that means some work needs to happen in your mindset with who you're connected to, with where you go, what things you participate in, what things you stop participating in. All of those things are structuring who you are in your mindset. And because it's so important, it means that you have to work on it daily. Some
Mm.
people, when do you reflect? When do you say,
Mm.
hey, why did I make that decision? Why didn't I go to that event? Why don't I like her? Oh, maybe I don't like her because she's living the life that I'm supposed to
Yep.
be living, not the exact life, but she's speaking. She's doing
Yes.
her purpose, and I that hurts me, that because I'm not doing mine. So it's not that I really don't like her. It's not that I'm really jealous of her. It's I wish I had the boldness to be like
Yes.
her. And so
Ooh.
sometimes we say, oh well, I'm just gonna stop following them, or they, whatever, they vex my spirit, they do all this stuff. They not vexing your spirit, they're pushing you to go further. But if your mindset holds you back and say, oh well, no, because if you keep following her, that's just gonna keep making you mad. No, 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 fight past that. I know for me, I grew up shy, I'm not that anymore, and I don't claim that. But because when certain people start talking, I'm like, I don't know if I like their personality, but I make myself push past it.
Yeah.
I make myself keep listening. And as I keep listening, I realize it's not something that I didn't like about them. It was something that they were doing or how they were speaking that made me uncomfortable, because I was supposed to be speaking that same way. And so
Yes.
that was conviction. And so
Yes.
the conviction was telling me, I had two choices. Am I going to be condemned about it, like, oh, forget them? Or am I going to let that conviction set in and say, wait, what's different about their mindset that's different about mine? And why am I not living out the purpose that I have? And
Hmm.
we don't have competition in purpose. We all
Right.
have a part to play. And so when we plan
Exactly.
our parts and our mindsets are correct, we can build a community of
Love it.
amazing believers,
Yes.
kingdom entrepreneurs, and mindset is going to be the thing that does it. When you realize sis ain't my competition, she my motivation. She encourages me. She the person that empowers me. I can call on her because I'm looking at some of mine in the comments and they always there. And
Right.
but I had to have the mindset to connect to them because they didn't just come off. We didn't just define each other. We invested, and that's how we met. Mindset
Yes.
tells you you better start investing in yourself.
Yes, that's very true. And I really love the fact when you were saying that it grows, because it's true. Because like where you at today, and I had some of my friends over yesterday, and we were just talking about how you literally cannot get nowhere. You cannot see yourself there. You know what I'm saying? So if you cannot see yourself owning a business or owning a successful
Yeah,
business or doing this and doing that, and then you have to begin to really visualize how you're going to get there. If you cannot see it, you won't become it. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So it's just so important how your mindset has to continue to grow. Even once you accomplish those goals, okay, what's next?
yeah,
How can
yeah.
you continue to move forward? How can you continue to serve Christ through what you're doing now? You know what I mean? So just
Exactly.
continue to grow and building and what it is that you're trying to do. It's all about having a stronger mindset as you continue to grow in what you're doing. My coaching business, I do not think the same in my coaching business do I think today.
Yeah.
When I first started my coaching business, and like you said, when I had clients where they were just family or friends or whatever, and I just started off that, a
Hmm.
lot of times I could not get them to really accomplish their goals.
Hmm.
And I did the process of breaking their big goals into smaller goals, and accomplish this. This is the
Hmm.
homework assignment. I went about that, but yet they'll be motivated this month, and next month I have to like, hey, you got a session. If we
Yeah.
schedule, hey, you know, and they're no longer motivated because that's the thing. They're motivated. They're not inspired.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I even myself, I had to learn the understanding of having that mindset to
Mm-hmm.
do. Like even now, when people come to me and say, oh my God, I know what you I've heard about what you do. I want to work with you. I'm like, but are you ready?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are you ready? You know, are you really ready to put the work into it, to have that mindset,
Yeah.
to grow your mindset, to not just think inside of a box? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's just so important. I have worked with so many people starting out because once again, I had to learn the people. You
Mm-hmm.
know, starting out, I had to learn what the people wanted and what they need. A lot of
Yeah.
times they don't know what they need. You know what I'm saying? Concerning having that proper mindset to
Mm-hmm.
accomplish their goals, because that's why they coming to you. They
Yeah.
don't understand why they can't get past this bump in the road.
Yeah.
Why they can't do this? They know what they want to do, but they don't figure out how to get to that point. And
They
it's all
keep
about
getting stuck. Yeah.
yeah, it's all about having a mindset and the determination to keep going on, to actually finish what you start. And that's what, once I implemented that into my system, into my
Mm-hmm.
thought-based approach, it not only changed my life,
Mm-hmm.
but changed my clients' lives.
Yeah.
And that it can actually be a finisher of what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
exactly.
didn't understand it because they didn't have the mindset, and I wasn't teaching it to them. You
Uh-huh.
know, so it was just so. Once I figured out mine, once I learned mine, and the power of having the right mindset, and I was then able to create a system to teach them about it. It was
Everything changed.
that was the game changer.
Uh-huh.
That was the game changer. It's simply being able to transform their mind to be able to say that I am really ready for this. You know,
Exactly.
yeah, I know somebody who been doing the same thing. They've been in the same business field. They start and stop, and it's simply because they don't really have the mindset, the
To keep
determination
going.
to keep going, even
Yeah.
in the rough times.
Yeah.
So I even with my life coaching, it's not about the money that's in it. It's not about the accolades or notoriety or anything like that. I understand this is a mission for me,
Yeah.
you know. So even if I'm having my ups and my downs within this business, it's not just about me anymore. It is a mission. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I have that mindset. I don't care what rough patch
Mm-hmm.
I'm hitting right now. We're gonna come over it. We're gonna get over it. I'm an overcomer. God, I made it a mission. It's my purpose, and that's the reason why I can continue through
Yeah.
anytime that things get rough. And that's the same thing I instill into the people I work with. And like you said, your girls and stuff, the group I have around me is strong, because
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford to have nobody that ain't on the same page around me. You know what I'm saying? And the group I have around me strong, and I instill it into them, and they instill it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We help push each other, and it's all about how we think. And when we down, oh, I don't think like that. I was on the phone with my friend today, and she was like, she prayed to God. She was praying to God, and she said, "Yeah, if you could just squeeze me in." I said, "You don't let me down like that? What you mean
Uh-huh.
squeeze? What you
Uh-huh.
mean squeeze you in? You know what I'm saying?" But it's all how we think,
Yeah,
and how we
definitely.
think. That's what we be, who we
Yeah.
become. So just having that strong mindset to get through whatever it
Yeah.
is.
Because my mindset before was I was not a finisher. I was a great starter, but I didn't finish things. And when
Whew.
I was dating he's now my husband, I remember texting him or calling him. I was like, listen, I have a problem. I don't finish things. I need you to hold me accountable with
Yeah.
finishing things. And at that time, I was writing Girl It's Go Time. And so my finishing of Girl It's Go Time was I was like, God, I'm done writing it. I had no plans to get it published. I was like, I'm done. He was like, girl, you know
Mm.
I didn't mean that. Like you done is sitting in your laptop, but you're not completely finished. And some of us feel like, oh, well, I did as much as I thought I should. You still walking around with an incomplete, sis. It ain't
Mm.
finished yet. And you got eyes all down, eyes of stuff you started and did not finish. And you
Mm.
wondering, well, why isn't things working out? And what's the next thing? Well, can you go back and finish that incomplete so you can have all of the strategy for the next assignment, because you're missing some steps if you just try to keep moving on and you ain't completed the last assignment that he gave. And so mindset had to really shift when I decided to start doing business coaching, because I had a failed business. And because I had a failed business, I said, well, dang, maybe maybe this ain't for me. Even though my degree is in small business and entrepreneurship, even though I have a master's in teaching, maybe this isn't for me. And I had to transform my mind and say, girl, you was straight out of college. You ain't know the stuff you knew today. You hadn't
Mm,
taught entrepreneurship for 8 years like you have done today. And so you coming in here like you ain't nobody. You got all the experience in the world. And so my mindset shifted and it said, you know what? I'm doing this and I'm going
right,
to finish it. And so
right.
45 days from me starting coaching, I hired a 5-figure business coach because I
Mm,
believed in me that much. I believed in that my mindset was going to shift that much that I
yes.
needed that type of support. I needed that type of strategy. And so because I started believing in me, here
Mm,
we are a year later and I'm full time in entrepreneurship. I left my
mm.
job, deuces, in June.
I know
But
that's
in
right.
January, my mindset said, Danielle, you don't have to go back in August. And I started speaking that consistently. I was like, by August 2021, I'm gonna be in full-time entrepreneur. I kept saying it, I kept saying it. June 21st was my last day as a
Woo.
teacher. It's real. But
Congratulations
my
to that one.
mindset, thank you. But my mindset had, if I would have just been okay, working a full-time job and doing business, which I was doing very well, I would still be doing it. But mine said, no, sis, we going all the way this time.
Yep.
No breaks, full throttle. But your mindset gotta get there. And when your mindset gets there, wherever that there is for you, keep going, keep encouraging yourself, keep finding people that support you. Thank you. Keep finding people that support you because when you do that, everything changes. The
Mm.
trajectory of your family changes
Yes, girl,
because of
yes.
your mindset. The people
Yes.
around you, we can do that. Some people just
Mm-hmm.
got to see somebody do it
Yes,
first.
yep, there you
It
go.
it might as well be you.
Yep.
If ain't nobody else doing it, why not you? You have the same Holy Spirit inside of you, so why not you? You have
Right.
the same God that created you in his image, so why not you? Why are you condemning yourself? Why you keep telling yourself you're not enough? Oh, well, somebody else got to do it first because I'm just not ready. Why not? Why you not ready? What are the things that you need to put in place to get ready then, sis? Because it's time. Girl, it's go time. Like,
There
what
you
you
go.
doing? It's time.
And you know one thing I really like that you said that you had the mindset to invest in something. And a lot of people they don't want to invest into themselves. So when they look about, oh, they don't want to buy this book, or they don't want to get a coach or a consultant. They don't want to do this, they don't want to do that because they think it's for somebody else. But
Yeah.
yet you having this issue or you want to elevate to the next level and you won't even invest into
You want it for
yourself.
free. When you go to a new
Exactly.
job, they train you. They invest money into you to
Yes.
train you. But now you on your own and you in your business. Well, who gonna pay for the training? You, the people. If you charging accordingly, they're paying for it. Like you can't move out of corporate and come to
Yes.
entrepreneurship and just think everything's free. Who
Yes.
told you that? So now you have to make the investments. Now you writing a check to pay for all of this stuff because otherwise it's not going to happen, but you still need it. And so you
Mm-hmm.
have the mindset to believe in yourself and say, I'm worth this. At 45 days in, I said, I'm worth a five figure
Exactly.
investment. I was worth it
Exactly.
and I'm still worth it. And because I was worth it, when I charge that much, I'm worth getting paid that much because I made that
Exactly.
level of investment.
Yes. And that is so true. And the thing is about people, like you said, people are not believing in themselves that they're worthy enough. They don't believe that they can actually do it. So I got people still telling me, yeah, I'm officially, I'm gonna come. I don't even ask people. You said, were you ready? Were you
Yep.
ready? Because they don't even believe in themselves enough to make that investment that I think is small investment compared to where you're going. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
These are small investments compared to where you're going. But the reason why you won't take that leap of faith because you don't believe. You don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in the God you serve, that he's going to get you to where you want to go.
You
And
don't
simply
believe
like
he
you
gave you that
said,
mission or that vision. You don't
yeah,
believe him.
exactly. And simply like you said, that it takes training. And even no matter what you in, if you want to become a pastor or whatever it is, it's training. You will sit up under another pastor so you can learn the ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So no matter what it is, you have to go through training. I love what you said. That is exactly true. You have to go through training. You have to read. You have to invest in yourself, and that's all become from you believing.
Mm-hmm.
You believing that you can get there. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to hear that, and people don't want to spend money to make money. They don't want to invest in themselves.
They want Google for everything. Google and YouTube University is only going to get you so far. It's only going to get you so far. It
Yes,
might get you a little of the foundation. Yes, you can file your LLC and get your EIN. But the strategy part, you're going to miss out. And you're wondering why we started at the same time. How she made an investment. I promise you they made an
yes,
investment in
yes.
something, in a course, in a book, in a coach. They're making investments, and that's why they're moving ahead. But if you sitting there, everything you know, you would be doing it already if it was the thing to get you to the next level. And
Mm-hmm.
if it hadn't, then you need to learn some new information. And
Yes.
it's not just going to come out of osmosis. God has put the information into some book, some course, some
Yes.
person that you are probably already connected to. You just been trying to, oh, well, I don't know, God, but they charge this much. Guess what? God told me to charge these prices. He knew how much it was when he sent you to me. So
Yes.
stop trying to figure all that out and just make the initial investment. Sometimes we worry about, well, what am I do 6 months? Can you start today?
Yes.
Book the clarity call. Book something. Do something. Your mindset. Tell your
Yes.
mind we are worthy of this and we are worth this. And so we're going to make this investment because guess what? Whatever they telling you, especially if it's on a coaching side, is going to increase your income anyway. So
Absolutely.
what seems like, oh, it's $200, but what is $200 when you made 20K?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's nothing. And so you have to start thinking of it like, if I invest this, but what's my return on investment if I
Right.
do the work? And so now it's not as hard, and your mind can say, okay, I can see that happening. I can be that person. I can make those connections. I can be in those rooms. And
Right.
mindset tells you you can be in them rooms. Why you not VIP? I think I'm
Right.
very important. But
Right.
you sometimes you gotta pay for being VIP. Make that
Mm-hmm.
investment. Get around
Right.
those other people that think they're very important. And then
Right.
those connections are the connections that take you to the next level.
Absolutely. And you know what? The thing is, people put their money where their heart is. You know what I mean? And just like that, save up for a vacation, save up for the new game
Yeah.
system, save up for that concert, save up for that Gucci purse or whatever the case may be. They can do the same thing. If they want to make that investment,
Mm-hmm.
do the same thing. And you know what? When I first started off, I was giving a lot of discounts to coaching sessions and stuff. Yep. I
Mm-hmm.
was giving discounts just to get the clients in and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't do that anymore because a lot of time when I give those discounts, those are not my finishers. You know what I mean?
Yep.
When people are serious and ready to take on the world, their world, they're willing to invest and,
Yeah.
and make those payments because now that they put that money, their hard working money, into something that they want to do, now they can't just like sit it to the side. They can't just sit there but to the side. They pay however much money. Now they gotta read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Same as with the coaching. Now that I pay for these coaching sessions, now I gotta show up. The coach is showing up. I gotta show up. I gotta be ready. I done spent all this money. Now,
Exactly.
now, 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 now you are invested to move forward, to actually do what you said you're gonna do. And people miss out on that point. I missed out on that point because I was giving out discounts. Okay, yeah, I can work with that. I
Mm-hmm.
can work, but no, because I'm not gonna waste my time, and you ain't gonna waste my time for me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you really have to be able to, even if you don't have the money right now, this is what you really want to do. Then you will say whatever it is, and I'm not just speaking about coaching.
Yeah.
That book, going back to school, whatever it is that you want to do and you are ready to do, it's gonna cost an investment of your time, of your money and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if you put God first, everything else will follow. God will give you the provision to do whatever it is that you will do, to get on that call or to take that class.
Mm-hmm.
God will give you the provision once you put him first. And you will
Exactly.
begin to see how your mind will begin to shift. You know what I'm saying? Because you have invested yourself to learn what you needed to know, to move forward, to do this and to do that.
When I started coaching, when I hired my coach, because of the level of investment was, I said, well, I at least need to make enough money to pay for this coaching. Like, I know if I wouldn't have if I wouldn't have had a coach, I probably would have said, girl, let's go time down. I probably would have.
Mm.
But because I had made that investment and I knew I needed to at least make that investment to pay for it so it wasn't coming out of our household budget. And so I had to keep going. And as I kept going, it was like, oh, okay, well, you got a coach. Can we trademark girl, let's go time? Yeah, them your words now, sis. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So now Girl is Go Time is in the process of being for me. And then, oh, well, then yeah, it's time to have a conference. Oh, okay, cool. Well, let's do it. Oh, it's gonna be virtual from your home office. Cool, let's get it done. And so, oh, you gonna start a university now? Oh God, we doing that? Girl is Go Time you.
All
Okay,
right now.
cool. All this has happened in the matter of a year though. I'm not talking about 10 years. In 1 year of me
Right.
saying yes,
Yes.
all of this has happened. And from September to September, literally, all of this has changed. And so some people think, oh, it's gonna take forever. No, it ain't. When you give him your firm yes, and you let him lead and guide you, and
Mm.
you be committed, it ain't gonna
Yes.
take the time that you think it's gonna take, sis. It's not going
Hmm.
to take that. You think, oh well, 5 years down the road, I'm gonna be five, baby, 5 months. You gonna be
I know
like,
that's
oh,
right.
we here now, because that's where we at. That's the life
Right.
I'm living. We here now. Cool. We just we closed on our house. What? Oh, that's where we at. One built from the ground up. We here
Okay.
now because we
Right.
said yes, and we
Yes.
consistently said yes. You have to get into a mindset where you consistently say yes and being obedient and
Yes.
not delayed obedience. Move when he tell you to move. Like, what you
Yes.
waiting on? Because
Yes.
every time you delay yourself, you telling your mind, oh, maybe we shouldn't do it. You letting fear creep in, and mindset and fear, they don't go together very well, because
No.
fear will always start talking to you and say, oh, girl, well, she did it because she got a husband and da-da-da, all this stuff. I intentionally published Girl is Go Time with my maiden name before I got married, because I didn't
Woo!
want nobody to have no excuse. Oh, well, she did it because
Girl.
she got a man and her husband helped. No, 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 no.
Oh, we in the
I
same
published
boat.
it as Duncan on purpose. On
Yes.
purpose, because I didn't want nobody to have all these excuses of why they could and could not do nothing, because who they had to support them. So it was purposefully I got it published before
Yes.
we got married. So now I take excuses away from people. If you really say you want it, let's go get it, sis. But you're not about to be talking about all this other little stuff that you got going on that
Hmm.
really ain't nothing going on for real. We about to
Right.
go get this work done.
Right. And it's funny that you are so much in the same boat of pretty much how I process. I did the same thing when I did my LLC and everything. I did it in my maiden name because it was something that for me, like, it became a mission. It was something that I had to do. It was mine. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And the same thing when I was going through with my coaching business, and and I'm like, I want people to invest in me. And I was afraid to invest in somebody else. And I was stuck, even with my business. And
Hmm.
I got me a coach, of
Yeah.
course. I got me a coach, you know? And I had to work on some things, even with the mindset, with my mindset and how I was approaching things and how I was dealing with God in my
Yeah.
personal life, like you were saying in the very
Yeah.
beginning, with your personal life and stuff. And when I got me a coach and I invested, and she she coached, but she's great, and she's making a huge impact and
Hmm.
really changing people's lives and what they're doing in their coaching business. So I invested in her,
Yeah.
to invest in myself. You know what I'm saying? And when I got her as a coach, things had and I took her program, it transformed for me. It literally pushed me to my next level. And I'm a
Exactly.
coach myself. You know what I'm saying? We all need somebody else, a mentor, somebody else. We all need those connections so we can push and pull each other and help
Exactly.
correct each other. You know what I'm saying? When we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So that I love all of that because I was in that same boat that you were in, you know? And I just had to tell myself, and I really had to get, real personal with my growth with God
Hmm.
because even with that, I wasn't consistent. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
I did, because even when I first started with my life coaching and I was focusing on my niche, and I was doing something, I was focused on everything else but what God wanted me to focus
Hmm.
on. And I had prayed about it, and I came to the point, I'm like, God, I give myself to you. I give my business to you. I give my marriage, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I released it. Like you said, a firm yes.
Yeah.
And I literally had removed myself out of the equation. And when I'm in myself, like my flesh,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I removed myself out of the equation, and I gave everything to God. And it has never been as clear as it is today. No, I'm literally standing back where God is leading me. Like He's literally leading me. Each city, like you said, oh, okay, God, we'll do. Oh, okay, God. So every time I'm getting this idea, like I just got the vision board party. I just got that a couple of months ago, and it's next month. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, God, we doing this. Oh, we got a retreat going next year. Okay, God. You know what I'm saying? So as I continue reading my Bible and just praying to Him, I just get different things that God is leading me to, and it just every step. It's just clear because I stepped back and I said my firm yes to let God lead
Yeah.
me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it just, all of these things work together. It just constantly shifting me to my next level, shifting me,
Yep.
shifting me. And like you said, continue to grow my mindset. Okay, now I'm on this level. I can't think the same as I thought on my last level. I have to
Exactly.
elevate my thinking. You know what I mean? So the same thing is, even though I got me a coach, and now I'm looking for a community, a community of like-minded people.
Yeah.
I'm constantly searching because every time I get to my next level, I need to elevate myself, elevate
Exactly.
my mindset. I need to be prepared, prepare myself for my next level. God's not going to take me there if I'm not prepared. You know what I mean? So I had to constantly prepare myself with my mindset, with what I'm thinking. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't limit myself because I don't have a God that's limited. So I
Exactly.
have to continue to keep my mind open and expand myself and keep telling myself I can do all things. Ain't nothing holding me back. Ain't nothing, I
Nothing.
don't have to wait. Like you said, it don't take no 5 years. It might take you 5 years, cool. But it ain't gonna take me 5 years. It ain't gonna take me however long it took you because whatever the case, God, my journey is personal.
Yeah.
And God is using me and God is bringing people around me to help continue to elevate my mindset. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm in total agreement of where you at. I love it. I'm in
Yes.
total agreement
And
of
for
all of
those
it.
that are struggling with mindset, I encourage you to heal from the trauma. A lot of it is trauma. A lot of things
Mm-hmm.
have happened. And so even when you decide to push forward, you get stuck because of the trauma that you have not healed from. And so you want to take your business to six figures, but your poverty trauma keeps holding you back and you can only charge $100 because you think, well, can't nobody afford more than that? But they can. But not only do you think that people can afford it, you don't think you're worth more than $100. And so that's really why you're not charging what you're supposed to be charging because of how you think you should be getting paid. People only pay you what you ask them for. And I
Yeah.
remember when I started, I was charging, it was $200, 3 sessions, $200. And looking back on that now, I needed like 12 yeses to meet my income goals. Well, now what I charge, I just need two a month, just two. I don't need 12 people to tell me yes, just two. Right. But
Right.
my mindset had to shift me like, girl, what you doing? Why do you feel like you have to work so hard to get this? Because that's what you did in corporate, or that's what it took me the hours I used to spend working and driving to work and all of that stuff. I make the same amount of money in 5 hours and it used to take me 180.
Mm.
I got my time back. Now I can
Mm.
think clearly. And so, but my mindset had to shift and say, wait, what you doing for them, you could be doing for yourself. And now you can have the freedom to do it. Now, if a career is the thing that you're supposed to be in, you do that in excellence. This is not
Right.
go quit your job, baby. You better have a
Right.
strategy. I started talking about this in January. It didn't happen to June. So it wasn't an overnight thing. But when your mindset is where it needs to be, you will start seeing the elevation of who you're connected to. You'll start attracting the right people. A lot of people going after, you will start attracting them because confidence attracts confidence. And some of y'all just
Mm.
being too scary, and that's just point blank, period. You're just being too
Yes.
scary. And that scare mentality, that fear that the enemy is putting, and he's trying to cover your anointing with fear. So you supposed to show up with anointed, but all they see is fear because he's completely covered that up because your mindset says, oh wait, I don't know if I belong here. And what if they ask me a question that meant the Holy Spirit gonna help you answer it? What you talking about?
Right.
Why let that fear talk you out of your identity. Fear
Mm,
has talked you out of your identity, and your mindset is going along with whatever you keep putting in it, and it ain't gonna change until you make the change. You
right.
got to make the change.
I have a along with my purpose discovery program. So literally right after the purpose mindset chapter, we go into identity, and
Mhm.
in that chapter we deal with core beliefs and pretty much
Mhm.
like you're saying, healing from them past. And our core beliefs are usually they're automatic assumptions. So when you don't even take the time to think, because it automatically
Mhm.
comes to your mind.
Yeah.
I can't do this. I can't do that. I've never did this. A poverty mindset,
Mhm.
because it's just it's embedded into you because it's how your upbringing was, whatever the
Mhm.
case may be. So we deal with making core beliefs into core assumptions because you
Yeah.
can change them.
Yeah.
If they don't associate with who you want to become, well,
Mhm.
we need to rid of those and we work on those. And it's so important when it comes to defining your identity. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, they only identify how they was brought up,
Yeah.
and that's how
Yeah.
they act. You know what I mean? They only could identify with their trauma. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm broken. I'm this. I'm that. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not good enough. I'm not educated. I'm not pretty. I'm not this. I can't speak well. And they associate what they can do in the future, or where they can be going with their past and with their upbringing. So we work on eliminating all negative core beliefs so that you can be able to elevate yourself, to be able to believe that, to say that I am worthy. I can do this. I am worthy to have all that I'm asking for. I can become the woman I want to become. A lot of people just think that, oh, I've been this way for so long.
Mhm.
This is it for me, you know. And you have to, like you have to remove yourself from anybody who had that fear that's helping instilling that fear
Yeah.
in you and stuff, and get yourself around some other people that's gonna help you, inspire you, push you. You know what I'm saying? Because they are, a lot of people are stuck in their comfort zone, and right where they had experienced their trauma, right when they've been a person who they always was, they're still around them same group of
Mhm.
friends. That's all they know, that's all they throw in your face, and they're not taking the boldness to come out of their comfort zone so they can be able to break free and
Yeah.
heal. I
Yeah.
tell people all this time, God didn't cause us to be broken. We got to be healed, and God, we are on this earth to be living abundance,
Yeah.
not to live in poverty,
Yeah.
not to live with limits. You know what I'm saying? So we're not here to be broke or broken. So let's be able to heal ourselves, heal our minds, so we can move forward, heal from this trauma, and
Mhm.
so that we can be able to be everything God called us to be. God ain't called none of us to be poor. So if you poor, you is in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? So God, you want to be everything God called you to be. You know what I'm saying? Not what man calling you to be,
Yeah.
not what you think of yourself. Everything that God is calling you
Yes,
to be.
because I read God gave us the power to get wealth.
Yes.
So if you're not getting your wealth, you're not using your power.
Right.
And so a lot of people are comfortable, but they frustrated. You comfortable, you like the paycheck, you like, all that stuff, but you frustrated because you've reached the height of that and it's time to move on. And so that's where I found myself. I was sitting in the classroom. I was comfortable with my paycheck. My apartment was close enough to my job. I didn't have to drive that far. The gym was like everything was real contained and comfortable, but yet I was frustrated. And when God was telling me, girl, it's go time, he was not giving me a title of a book. He was telling me, girl, it's go time. He was talking to me. It
Yeah.
turned into all of the things that it is now. But that was my personal testimony that I was the person that had the degrees, had whatever the case is. And I was just still sitting stuck on the sideline. I was like, God, I know there has to be more. He was like, yeah, there is. You gonna go get it or what? Like what you're gonna do? Like the ball
Right.
was in my court, and so
Yes.
when until I picked up the ball and say, "Put me in, coach," I was
Right.
I was just a cheerleader. I was cheering people. A lot of people are in
Right.
cheerleader status. They cheering people on and all this stuff, but you will never pick up the ball. You never like what are you doing? The sideline is meant for people that are resting. You ain't did no work, so get off the sideline and get in the game. Like
Yes.
that's not for you. That's not your permanent seat. Some people have their name written on the bench. You
Mm-hmm.
you gonna stay there forever? Like what are you doing? Like you got a whole jersey on, but nobody
Yes.
ever calling your number. You have to get off the sideline. You have to go after the things that he already put your name on. Like
Mm-hmm.
there are things with literally that have your name on it. If you make a reservation at a restaurant and you made it for 7 o'clock and you never show up, Well, what they gonna do? Give your reservation away? Just because it had your name on it, you ain't never come get it, so they gave it away.
Yes.
You thinking you irreplaceable in the kingdom, but God gonna get His purpose done. So you better
Yes.
start moving. You better start
You
switching
better
that
do
mindset
something now.
real,
You
real,
just
real, real
did something.
quick. Because some of y'all seasons they coming to an end, but you're graced for it right now. So if it's been real on your heart, I advise you. You better get to work and don't allow the things that have been holding you hostage for all these years to continue to hold you. Set yourself free. The door might be closed, but it's unlocked, sis. Turn it. It might be closed, but it's unlocked. All you got to do is put
Yes.
your hand on and open it. It what do you have to do something. And if you're still sitting stuck, there are things and people to help you, but they might come with a level of investment. So you got to decide, what do I want more, to be stuck or my money? Like what, because now you got money and you ain't happy, but you can be
Mm.
unstuck and making more money and helping more people. So you got to
Yes.
choose which one you want to do in this season.
Yes. And pretty much why I'm gonna leave it off at is take action. Whatever it is, take action. I just have a loss in my family, and it was an unexpected loss, a death with my auntie.
Mm-hmm.
And you just never know when your time is. You don't never know how much time you have. We always think that we have forever, or we always say we're gonna do it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. And the only thing that I will leave with you all is to take action, whatever that is, whatever it is, that book that you thought about buying, that coach you thought about hiring, that course, whatever it is, take action. That you don't know what next week is gonna bring. You don't know when God is really, like you said, the door is right there. You gotta open it. It's unlike, you don't know when somebody tomorrow might have an opportunity for you, but because you haven't started today, you won't even meet that opportunity. So the only thing I will leave with is to take action. If you're stuck, like you said, there's people out there, there's books, there's courses to help you get unstuck. What investment are you willing to make? Not just your money, but your time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you like she said, you have something heavy on your heart, or you've been wanting to work with something, you've been having an idea, you at the job, because I've been there. I used to work for the government. I was at the job and I was satisfied with my pay, and I was unhappy
Mm-hmm.
every day.
Mm-hmm.
So because I just knew that there was something more for me, you know. So if you get to the point and you just know that there's something more for you, you don't want this anymore. You know, that's God talking to you. You know, test God out. He's there for you. He's waiting for you to have that faith, to take that leap of faith. So the only thing I leave is to take action, and not tomorrow. I don't care if this is simple. You researching today. You looking for what you need. Take action today. That's what
Exactly.
I'll leave.
And my final thoughts are, look, you didn't watch this live for just some random reason. You didn't, it just didn't happen. So mindset has to follow. Like, you can't get all this information and just hoard it and think something amazing is gonna happen. It's not until you do something with everything that you heard. And if you came in late, watch the replay. Like, do what you need to do to make sure you get the information. But going to the next level, either you're going up or you're going down. Like, the elevator ain't just stopping. Like, it's moving. So
Yes.
where are you going to be in the trajectory of that? Are you going up or you going down? And I hope that you're going up. Hi, Danielle. I hope that you're going up, because up is where you're supposed to be. God meant us to live penthouse living. Like, we're supposed to be living at the top. And if your thoughts are bringing you down, those are not thoughts from God. Those are not thoughts that He's giving to you. Those are not from Him. And so only thoughts that elevate you and motivate you and inspire and encourage you, those are the thoughts that you need to be accepting. Those are the people you need to be around. You need to clear up your timeline. If you don't do nothing today, go clean up your timeline. People posting all type of foolishness. Go clean that up. You don't need to be putting that in your eye gate or your ear gate. Delete all that stuff. Make sure that the people that you are connected to are connected and they're elevating you. We just met when Friday and decided to do this live, right?
Yeah.
Like on a Facebook group. So don't tell me opportunity is not out there, but you have to be willing and able and in the right place to seize the opportunity. Because we could have just saw each other's posts and just went on about our business, but we
Yes.
decided to take action and say,
Yes.
okay, Monday at 4 p.m., we're going to get it done. And here we are. So you better start taking action. You need to put some times on some stuff. You giving yourself 20 years. No, 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 no. That need to be done Saturday, sis. Like
Right.
that need to be done this Saturday. So you need to stop giving yourself all this extended time. I was at a conference and they said the only reason you take as much time as you take is because you feel like you got it. If you didn't realize, if you just
Mm.
didn't think you had all that time, you'll get stuff done a lot
I love that.
quicker, a lot quicker. So we're not giving you all this time. The enemy is real and he is coming to devour, and you are connected to people. Their purposes are connected to you. And every day
Yes.
that you sit on the sideline, that means that person's purpose is hanging in the balance. And what you gonna do? It has to be bigger than you. I don't coach anymore for me. I never did. But them sticky notes back there, them the people I do it for. And I put that as a visual representation. So every time I walk in my office and I say, oh, I don't think I feel like it today, or maybe I ain't making an impact. I go look at them sticky notes and
Right.
I see them names and I say, oh wait, these people, I help them, and more are depending on me, but I gotta show up. So I encourage you to take action, show up, clean up that timeline so you won't have all that foolishness. Because there are enough people that you can be inspired, empowered daily without all the foolishness.
Yes. And I thank you for going on live with me today. This
You're
is incredible. And
welcome.
I really hope that it touched somebody and it was able to really hear from us and be able to be transformed and be able to say, you know what? I waited too long. I'm really going to take action today. So I really appreciate you coming on
You're
this live. And
welcome.
make sure you leave your handle,
Yes,
whatever,
yes,
in the
yes.
comments. So let me go ahead and do it for my followers so they can
Okay.
know who you are and how to reach you. And I'll put in for me as well.
So you guys can reach me at girlisgotime.com, but I am putting in my Instagram. I also have a university, Girl is Go Time U. It is to empower women in every aspect, and we are now enrolling. So I'm excited about that. That was something that I got. So God told me about Girl is Go Time, and I was focusing on the culture. He said, "Girl, what happened to the ministry side?" I said, "Oh, okay." And so, Girl, it's Go Time You. We empower and we have master classes. We have Monday morning manna. We have prayer calls every Monday morning. So we're doing the thing. And so we would love to have you in Girl, it's Go Time You as well.
Awesome. Awesome. So you guys, please, once you have joined on for my followers and everything, please go and support and go like and follow and go check out the things that she does have going on. She's an incredible woman and she's out here doing great things and making an impact and helping transforming people and doing what God is calling her to do. So make sure you guys check her out and all
Yes.
that she's doing. And thank you again for joining my live.
You're welcome. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me.
All right. See you later.
Bye bye.